We were built for relationship.
Stacy, personally speaking, why don't you join me?
Hey everybody, it's Stacy, personally speaking, still in Japan. Of course, I have been doing like these videos every day for this week. Well, almost every day. But I just got home. I'm feeling tired. But I just wanted to say something. This is one of those just talks again. As you can see, I don't just have this plain background, which I mean, I'm still sitting in the same position, but I decided to allow the, some of the mess to be in the background, which kind of brings it to life. So today I went to a fair, what we would call fair, they call festival. And it was in an adjoining city, a city which I actually live closest to and tend to participate in more things there. And this is because of where I used to work. So I live pretty close to the adjoining city, and recently got connected to the International Fellowship Society there, and they are kind of ramping things up since COVID has been kind of getting more subdued, or we're living more with it. So they had this festival which was on pause for the past 2 years because of COVID. So I went there as a volunteer staff. Yeah, so I had on my staff name card, and I'll probably put a picture somewhere for you to see. And I went there to do drawing, to do caricature. That was the invitation. So I had done just a brief little drawing thing with another senior artist, senior in age. Probably he could be my grandfather or great grandfather, and just senior in drawing. Like, he is just skilled, like mad skills. And it felt so good to just be drawing beside him, even though it was also very intimidating because every line he put down was just in the right place, unlike my lines. So that environment, being able to draw, being surrounded with not just Japanese people but some international people as well, and it kind of gave me a feeling that, okay, this is what will really help you or help me to be in Japan. Not that I didn't figure it out a while back. I kind of figured it out, and then COVID came, and we know what happened with that. I've done a video before about really how to protect your mental space and so on while in Japan, how to kind of live in Japan. And it is about community. No matter how solitary you think you are, we are social beings, and that's how God created us. We are social beings, and we desire to commune with others. And in fact, we desire to commune with a being outside of humans, but not all of us acknowledge that, so we were built for relationship. And one of the things that can happen quite easily when you come to Japan is that aspect of relationship and connectedness is removed, or it is not present, or it is not available to you, especially if you don't speak the language, you don't know the culture, right? So, my mind kind of just got a little overwhelmed thinking about it all. A few of the foreigners that are here have been here for like 20 something years. One is from America, one is from Germany, and I'm just hearing their experiences and so on. And I know it's not impossible to live in Japan, but if you are not able to chart that path and really have external support until you are able to establish that community in Japan, it's going to be very hard. It's going to be hard, right? And the thing is, the relationships can be very fleeting here in Japan. They can be very fleeting, right? So I met up with some people today, I'm probably never going to see them again. right? And so I have to really guard my emotions as well, because I'm very emotional. I have to guard my emotions and my mental space to, you know, really focus on, okay, is this what you want? Is this the path that you want to stay on, right? Because I'm on my way out of Japan. It's still some ways off, but my mind has just been so on leaving Japan, you know. But at the same time, I still want to be able to enjoy whatever time I have left here in Japan. But it's kind of starting to feel a bit like, okay, because COVID kind of taking a back seat now, all these events and opportunities to meet new people are coming up. And I really don't have the space. I don't think I have the space and the capacity for any kind of new people, you know. I have really been struggling and pushing through with just maintaining what relationships I do have, which aren't a lot. And I mean, of course, you don't need a lot of relationships, but they aren't a lot. I don't live close to any of them and that kind of thing. So, you know, I'm just talking, getting things out clear in my mind, because as I said, I was walking home and it's a 15-minute walk from the train station, and my mind is just kind of being bombarded, you know. And I'm thinking, but Stacy, you're leaving next year. Don't be distracted. Don't get sidetracked. You don't get sidetracked, you know. But it was just so good to be able to draw, you know. And I'm like, I felt almost like when I got home, like I was just going to just continue drawing, you know, because the kind of drawing that I did today at the festival was like about in 5 minutes, you know. I had to be drawing these people with a pen, no eraser, not like that, man. I did some crazy drawings, terrible in my eyes, right? Terribly in my eyes. And it was very intimidating, but it was a great learning experience, you know. Really, 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 really rough doing pen drawing. So I have a great appreciation for those who do caricatures, write with pen and ink, you know. That it was just something else. It was something else. But guess what? Or guess what? In all my efforts of just drawing for about an hour and a half, I did not take any pictures of the drawings I did. And how can I do that as an artist? You know, I didn't get to take any pictures, because as we drew the pictures, we signed them, stamped them, packaged them, and handed them to the participants. So I don't have any pictures except one. And the one that I have is of the first person who came. And that first person is actually another foreigner. So he was actually part of the staff. And it was at the end of the festival that I was saying it to him, and he was like, hey, you want to take a picture of mine? And in my eyes, his was probably the worst. It was probably the worst, but he was a good sport about it. You know, so I took a picture. I'll include it somewhere here, you know. It's not my style. If you know my pencil portraits, you can check out the link here for my pencil portraits website. Yeah, so he was kind enough to allow me to take a picture of it. Yeah. Because in my mind, I was going to be doing caricature. And so I had previously been watching videos about head shape and so on. But I just couldn't. I couldn't default to what I didn't know, you know. And so I ended up just doing what I did know, which is just portraits. But instead of a pencil, I was using ink that I could not erase. And so, boy, I make some lines. I actually started over just one time, which isn't bad, you know. One time I just started the face shape, and I was like, man, it was an experience. I had this one lady, oh my goodness, because she saw the other artist and how he was drawing very well, she kept looking and moving and looking over there. I couldn't draw her properly. I could not draw her properly at all. right? And in the beginning, I did not tell them to stay still. That was the problem. So after that, everybody will come, me tell them to stay still, and me tell them which path to look, right? I did that, and it went much better after that. Wow, it was a good festival. As staff though, I didn't get to do much in terms of being able to walk around and experience the festival for myself, even though at one point they had promised that we could do that because we were in this big tent, yeah, representing the organization, the international fellowship that is in that city, right? They had said we could go and walk around at some point, but it didn't happen. You know, I snuck away, but I stayed kind of close by. Even when I went for lunch, the lunch time was so short. This was lunch. Yeah, it was really short, and I wanted to kind of relax some more. But by 12:30 they were calling us because it was going to be bingo time at 1 o'clock, which I did not get to participate in, but that was okay because I was able to give my bingo card to one of the girls that I drew, and she was just so thankful. You know, she was with her mom. I drew her mom and her mom got a bingo card and she didn't get a bingo card, and so I gave it to her and she won. She got bingo and she got a prize, and it was just wonderful. And so I decided that, hey, the next bingo at 2:30, I wanted to play. I did not want to be working, right? Because in the first bingo, when persons won, they would come to us and we would double check the numbers to make sure they had all the numbers. And so I was just working. I guess that's what I went there for, right? Yeah. So second bingo came now, and yeah, got my card and everything. And oh my goodness, people, not a bingo. Not a bingo. The whole of the present them done. I'm really spot one present me they want, you know. The whole of them done. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, you know. I was able to watch a little bit of, I guess, acrobatic stuff. I don't know. You can check it out. I'll include it here. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I wish I could have seen more though. I really wish I could have seen more, but yeah, it was a nice little community vibe, you know. And I was actually saying, hey, you know, maybe I should move to this community and live in this city since I'm doing everything in this city, you know. But yeah, that's it. So I'm just talking about the experience. You have to decide what you want to get out of Japan and how much work you're willing to put in, because it's not easy. Building community, building relationships does not come automatically here in Japan if you're a foreigner, unless you join one of these international friendship associations. That's what they are for. They are specifically to help foreigners to acclimatize or become a part of the community and so on. So it's very helpful to find one of these places. Find it, you know. But if that's not your thing and you just come to Japan for a short time, focus on what you came here for and then you can go, right? Focus on what you came here for and then you can go. But it's so useful to have a community that you can contact, that you can ask for help, especially to translate things and so on. Yeah, kind of going off all over the place with this video, but I didn't do it live. I didn't do it live because I need to put in this and put in that, and I don't know how to do that live. And people, just continue to keep me in your prayers. It was a good experience today. It was nice. All right, so Stacy, personally speaking, just talk is like a new thing. So yeah, I'll see you next time. God bless you. like, share, and subscribe. Put a comment below this. Check out the description.